Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Janelle Veronica and I post makeup videos twice a week on Wednesdays and on Saturdays. So if you absolutely love your makeup, make sure that you subscribe and join the family here in Makeup Land. Today's makeup is going to be a matte full coverage makeup beat. For my foundation, I'm going to go in with my Nars Soft Matte Complete Foundation. For concealer, I'm going to go in with a L'Oreal concealer to do some concealing and highlighting. For my eyeshadow, I'm going to work from the Juvia's Place Culture eyeshadow palette. This is what the palette looks like. I am in love with this green shimmer shade. Let me see if you can see it, that green shimmer shade in the palette. So I'm thinking about using that on the lid for a look that's a little bit more festive, a little bit more Christmassy. So this is the bad boy, the Juvia's Place Culture palette that I'm going to be using on my face today. So with that said and the intro out of the way, let me get to priming and let me get some makeup on my face. For my primer today, I'm going to go in with my Milk Makeup Pore Eclipse Mattifying Primer. This is a mattifying primer. I'm just massaging that into the face. And as I said, it's a mattifying primer. Alright, so primer has sunken into the skin nicely. I'm going to move on to foundation. For foundation, as I said, I'm going in with the Nars Soft Matte Complete Foundation. And I am going in with the shade Marquises. Just going to go in with my finger and dot that all over the face. I'm going to go in with my Real Technique sponge and start to pounce that foundation in. I like to take my time and really blend and pounce that foundation in so that I have nice even coverage all over the face, and the sponge just takes up any excess product, any excess foundation that would just be sitting on the face if you normally go in with a brush. Because even if I go in with a brush, I normally still go over with a sponge just to take up any excess foundation off the face. Alright, we are all blended out, and just look at how beautiful that foundation is. It is matte, so I can already feel it drying down, but it's not a cakey looking matte or a dull looking matte. As the name says, it's a nice soft matte foundation. Now I'm going to go in with my concealer and do some concealing and highlighting of the face. For my concealer today, I'm going in with the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear More Than Concealer, and I am going in with the shade 420 Cocoa. On my mustache, because your girl has a mustache. A little bit on the forehead, down the bridge of my nose, and then a little bit on my chin. Now, as usual, I'm going to let my concealer dry down so that I get fuller coverage, and I find it blends out easier when I just let it dry down a little bit and the coverage is top tier. So that's a little tip. Let your concealers dry down for a little bit while you contour your face. If you contour your face, if you want fuller coverage. Now I'm going to move on to the Black Opal Stick Foundation in Ebony Brown. So on the cheekbones and around the forehead. I'm going to go in with my BH Cosmetics number 3 brush. This is the number 3 from BH Cosmetics. And just blend that contour out. When I get to my forehead, I work it backwards into the hairline. Alright, contour all blended out. I'm going to switch to my callus sponge. Starting at my chin, I'm going to blend the concealer out onto my forehead. Down the bridge of my nose. I like to get these areas out of the way first. Then onto the under eye. And this concealer from L'Oreal, it's drugstore, it's affordable, but it's a beautiful full coverage concealer. It comes in so many shades. Sometimes I go in with the shade 415 Honey if I want a little bit more brightness. But when I want my highlight to be a little bit more subtle, I go in with the shade 420 Cocoa. Alright, concealer all blended out. It's time to set. I am going in with the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder today. And I'm using the shade Banana Bread. This powder just melts. It is so beautiful. It's fragranced. So if you don't like fragrances in your makeup, maybe you're not going to like it. But I don't find it to be an offensive fragrance. It's just a sweet, a nice light sweet scent. It smells very good to me. I like it. So on the forehead, because we highlighted the forehead, on the chin, and just look at how that powder just melts right in. I'm going to set down the bridge of my nose where I highlighted. So I'm basically just setting down all of the areas that I went in with that L'Oreal concealer with the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder. Now I'm going to go in and set the rest of my face. To do that, I am going in with my Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. This is matte and Poreless. This powder is slept on. A lot of people don't talk about it, but it is so good for setting your foundation down. It gives this nice flawless, seamless finish to the skin. It's the Matte and Poreless Pressed Powder by Maybelline, and I am going in with the shade 365 Nutmeg. So I normally like to go in on my sponge first. Around the perimeter of the forehead. Then I go in with my BH number 1 brush just to diffuse. Make sure that everything is nicely blended. For bronzer today, I'm going to work with the Morphe Glamabronze in the shade Prodigy. I just love that name. It's a nice rich bronzer, and I am going in with my Ashley Lee P04 brush. So we're just going to warm up the cheekbones. Around the forehead, you know, just making sure to blend it in nicely. I'm also going to use that just to sculpt my nose out. Nice. So base is done. Let me do my brows quickly off camera, come back and get into the eyeshadow look. I can't wait to use that green shimmer shade. It is so pretty. Alright guys, so brows are done. I did them quickly off camera just to save a little bit of time. I also primed my lids. To prime my lids, I went in with my e.l.f. 16-hour Camo Concealer, the matte finish one in the shade Deep Olive. I like this because it's a big tube, it's only $6. You blend it out and it dries down matte, so you don't have to set it with any translucent powder. Now, as I said, for the eyeshadow, I'm going to work from the Juvia's Place Culture eyeshadow palette. So this is the palette I'm going to work from. So let me just grab some brushes and start to create an eye look. For my crease and the outer V, I'm going to go in with this clay brownie color called Wasabia. This one in the bottom corner in the palette. And I'm going in with my Morphe M434 brush. On the outer V of the eye as well, just to hug the lid and to create that nice C shape. Alright, and as you can see, it's a nice subtle, like a clay colored chocolate brown. So you can see the difference between the eye that only has primer and the eye that has the eyeshadow. It's a nice subtle color. And I'm just stamping that into the crease, building up the crease to the intensity that I want it to be. On the outer V of the eye as well. Alright, so I'm happy with that blend, nice and soft. We're going to go in with this green that I've been going on about. It's called Tiv. That shade in the palette, I want that all over my lid. And I'm going to go in with an e.l.f. flat shader brush. So pretty. Look at how stunning that shade is. Nice and opaque. It's like a green with like a gold shimmer to it. So beautiful. I'm going to go back in with the brown that we have on the crease just to reblend the outer V of the eye. This color is called Wasabia. A little bit into the crease as well. For my lower lash line, I'm going to run some black eyeliner. This is the LA Girl Ultimate Intense Auto Stay Liner in the color Ultimate Black. I'm also going to go back in with the brown shade just to smoke out beneath that black pencil. For the inner corner, I'm going to go in with this gold called Shona. This one above the brown shade. It's so pretty. So I'm going to use that just to make the inner corner of the eye pop. Nice. For lashes today, I'm going to go in with the Eyelure London Definition Lash. It's full and bold and it's still number 126. So let me just pop these on, come back, do my blush, do a lip, set my face and just wrap things up. Alright guys, so lashes are on. I look so cute. I'm going to put some blush on now. And I'm going to go in with a coral blush, an orangey coral blush, just to match the eyes. This is the Palladio matte blush in the shade Tipsy. And I'm going in with my Real Techniques 400 blush brush. Get yourself a nice orangey coral blush. I find sometimes I prefer the orangey coral blush, like if I'm going in with more earthy tones, as opposed to like a pink or a berry colored blush. Nice. I'm just going to go in now with my Morphe M554 tapered paddle brush, dip into some of the Huda Beauty setting powder, shake the excess off. Then just go in and perfect the under eyes. Blend it nicely into the blush. I'm going to set with the Morphe Mattifying Continuous Setting Mist. While that setting spray dries down, I'm going to work on my lips. I'm going in with the Morphe lip liner in the color Trendsetter. It's a brown pencil. For lipstick, I'm going to go nudie on the lips. So this is the Merit Beauty Signature Lipstick in the color Slip. It's like the perfect everyday nude shade. Alright guys, and that is the makeup look all complete. We have green on the eyes, and once I have green on the eyes, I always think about Christmas and the look being festive. So I am calling this my Christmas makeup glam look. I hope you guys like it. The Juvia's Place Culture palette has such an array of beautiful shades. It's good for the summer, good for the Christmas time, as you can see. I absolutely love that palette. The Nars Soft Matte Complete Foundation, one of my favorite matte foundations, absolutely love it. The Milk Pore Eclipsing Mattifying Primer, such a good mattifying primer. So if you're in the market for like a new mattifying primer, definitely give that one a try. And I always have to mention the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder in Banana Bread. Has my under eyes looking so smooth, so buttery. I just love using the term buttery to describe my under eyes. It is so beautiful. It melts into the concealer. You get no flashback with that powder. It is such a good one. Alright guys, so drop me a comment. Let me know if you like the makeup. Let me know if you like the green on the eyes, or let me know if you stick to your soft glam for Christmas. And yeah, or just drop me a comment about any other random thing about makeup that you want to drop me a comment about. If you're not subscribed, I would love to have you here on the channel. So make sure that if you're not subscribed, you subscribe. Join the family here in Makeup Land. It has been so much fun hanging out with you for yet another video. So until next time, I want you to be fabulous. Have a fantastic week wherever you are. And I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.